It wasn't massively packed, it wasn't massively hot. Umrah is only about 2-3 hours, 4 hours maybe. But alhamdulillah, you got through it, but there's a lot of hardship. I see some of you walking off the bus, your legs are still cramped and the like. But in it is a great lesson for us that the religion, it needs strength. The religion is not there about ease and comfort and about your relaxation. Yes, if a person has that, it's not an issue. But don't sacrifice, don't compromise on your religion because of it. We see, for example, a lot of the brothers, when it comes to Fajr, Isha in the masjid, they won't go pray in the masjid. Why? Because they're a little bit tired. They want to relax a little bit more. They want to hang out with their mates more. They don't want to sit in a lesson because it hurts their back. You see many sisters, their sleeves are up, their hijabs are open because it's a little bit hot. Some people, when it comes to, for example, money, they'll give a little bit in sadaqah, but they don't want to sacrifice big amounts. Hajj, Umrah, coming to these places, it should remind you of all of that. When we're going to go to Ghar Hira, inshallah, the cave of Hira, where the Prophet ﷺ first received the revelation, one of the first things Jibreel alayhi salam done was squeeze the Prophet ﷺ so tight that he thought his soul was going to come out. Some of the ulama said from the wisdoms of that squeezing is to show the Prophet ﷺ and the ummah after that this religion is hard. This religion is hard in the sense that it requires effort. It requires sacrifice. The Muslims, as you learned regarding leaving Mecca, 13 years they tried. And then they were kicked out, they were going to be assassinated. They had to flee, they had to leave all of their comforts behind and go to a city, start all over again. And then through jihad, through the openings of Allah Azza wa Jal, they were able to come back. There's sacrifice needed. And if we don't have the understanding, you're always going to be a weak Muslim. And one thing very important to take back from this trip is that this is the easy part. What you're doing now, this is the easy part. When you go back, you're going to go back with higher iman. And the tests come according to your iman. So most people, they actually fail when they go back home from Hajj and Umrah. Why? Because their iman is high, but they don't make any of the sacrifices or compromises necessary to keep their iman high. So they go back, they don't make the sacrifices, their iman drops completely. So remind yourself all the struggle, all the hardship, all the lessons that you're going through about what they went through, and remind yourself that you need to maintain that, inshallah, when you go back. Alhamdulillah, right now, we don't need to fight in terms of jihad. We don't need to leave our city. We don't need to sacrifice all of our wealth. We don't need to walk hundreds of kilometers. But it's little changes that we make in our lives that will get us closer to Allah Azza wa Jal and firm on the religion. So as you're doing all of this, don't just put yourself in this moment only. Think of the future and what you're going to do for yourself and what you're going to give to the deen of Allah Azza wa Jal.